Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. Money is not the only answer, but it makes a difference. My fellow Americans, we are and always will be a nation of immigrants. We were strangers once, too. If the people cannot trust their government to do the job for which it exists, to protect them and to promote their common welfare, all else is lost. We need to internalize this idea of excellence. Not many folks spend a lot of time trying to be excellent. I mean, I do think at a certain point you've made enough money. I'm the President of the United States. I'm not the Emperor of the United States. We proved that we are still a people capable of doing big things and tackling our biggest challenges. I'm a warrior for the middle class. That's the good thing about being president. I can do whatever I want. In a world of complex threats, our security and leadership depends on all elements of our power, including strong and principled diplomacy. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody. The thing about hip-hop today is it's smart, it's insightful. The way they can communicate a complex message in a very short space is remarkable. We want everybody to act like adults, quit playing games, realize that it's not just my way or the highway. A good compromise, a good piece of legislation, is like a good sentence, or a good piece of music. Everybody can recognize it. They say, huh, it works. It makes sense. You know, my faith is one that admits some doubt. I've got 2 daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old. I am going to teach them first of all about values and morals. But if they make a mistake, I don't want them punished with a baby. My job is not to represent Washington to you, but to represent you to Washington. Issues are never simple. One thing I'm proud of is that very rarely will you hear me simplify the issues. Issues are never simple. One thing I'm proud of is that very rarely will you hear me simplify the issues. I believe in American exceptionalism, just as I suspect that the Brits believe in British exceptionalism and the Greeks believe in Greek exceptionalism. The United States is not, and never will be, at war with Islam. We have real enemies in the world. These enemies must be found. They must be pursued and they must be defeated. Even when folks are hitting you over the head, you can't stop marching. Even when they're turning the hoses on you, you can't stop. I just want to go through Central Park and watch folks passing by. Spend the whole day watching people. I miss that. I cannot swallow whole the view of Lincoln as the great emancipator. I don't oppose all wars. What I am opposed to is a dumb war. What I am opposed to is a rash war. I found this national debt, doubled, wrapped in a big bow waiting for me as I stepped into the Oval Office. We all remember Abraham Lincoln as the leader who saved our Union, founder of the Republican Party. In America, there's a failure to appreciate Europe's leading role in the world. The immigration issue is, I recognize one that generates a lot of passion, but it does not make sense for us to want to push talent out. There's not a liberal America and a conservative America. There's the United States of America. As a nuclear power, as the only nuclear power to have used a nuclear weapon, the United States has a moral responsibility to act. I don't think marriage is a civil right, but I think that being able to transfer property is a civil right. People of Berlin, people of the world, this is our moment. This is our time. I will continue to believe that Israel's security is paramount. I think one of the great things about the United States has been our ability to maintain a distinction between our military and domestic law enforcement.